Warzone 6 update just launched, and we have the fully unlocked new AR, the GRAV, also known as the Galil, back in Black Ops 2, fully maxed out for you guys with the stats, recoil pattern, and more. I'll be going over the best attachments for this weapon alongside the recoil pattern so you guys can get that pinpoint accuracy, and then on top of that, I'll be going over the in-game stats so you guys know exactly what you're getting your hands on. In the comment section below, let me know what you guys think about this weapon. I think it's going to be maybe a top 3 to top 5. I mean, I don't think at range, and you'll see during the Rebirth live commentary, but maybe at a close range, we'll get a sub build for you guys. But in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think, and if it's not this gun, what do you think the meta is going to be? If you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe here if you guys are new with those push notifications on so you guys know every single time we upload a new video. We got a lot of how-to videos coming up for you guys and live commentaries to get you guys better at Warzone. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out. All right, guys, so we just finished unlocking all the attachments for the GRAV, and I pretty much have the meta class for you guys. After using it a lot in Plunder, it's kind of got a mix between the crit feel and the far feel to it. The only thing is this one has a lot of recoil to it. So the first thing we got on it is going to be that agency suppressor. That's going to go ahead and give you that suppressed feeling to it. Also, I think this one helps out with your vertical recoil along with the bullet velocity and the extra damage at range. Highly recommend having this on all your guns. Now the barrel, you can flop between the two, but the first and the main one I'm going to have on is going to be that task force. Now you can flop that between the takedown, but in my personal opinion, that task force is going to be it. That's going to also help you with the horizontal, which you'll notice as soon as you pick up the gun, if you're just leveling up, it's going to have a big kick to it, especially down horizontal. And I'll be showing you guys exactly how to control that recoil, especially when you first started off and you're unlocking that those attachments. Moving on to the, this is all preference. I've seen a couple players using the SUSAT already on it. I'm going to be using the Axle Arms 3 with the default reticle. I always find it the most beneficial when it comes to the ARs to use the default reticle, but I know a lot of players will go ahead and use, I think, the third reticle to it, but I'm using default. No, they'll be using this one. The fourth attachment we're talking about, and is a must-have, is going to be the Field Agent. Now, I'd even go ahead and unlock the last grip to it, because when you pick up this gun, you'll notice it's got that horizontal and vertical, unless they hopefully, fix it and, reduce the recoil on it. It's going to have a very high kick to it. So got the Field Agent on that. That's going to be the best grip in terms of recoil control. Highly recommend having that on. And then topping it off finally with the 50 round mag. Now it has a default of 35. You'll notice if you're leveling up, it's also a grounding weapon. It's good, but there's a actual very slow reload time to it. I hope it's a bug because I've never seen this on any other guns, but if that's too much of a bother, I was going ahead and use a 40 round speed mag. I noticed a big difference in terms of the reload speed, but that all comes down to preference. So you can go between the two, the 50 or the 40 speed mag. So the next thing we'll be talking about is the stats, and then following that we'll go into the recoil pattern and just exactly how you guys can break that down, because the couple faults with this weapon is going to be, well, number one, the recoil. If you're not a very higher skilled player, you're going to notice they're going to have a lot of trouble, especially picking up off floor, controlling that. So we'll break that down in the next one. But looking at their accuracy and damage, if you could break it down and you can get it down. Now, although this feels like a far and crit mix to it, similar to the skill gap that the AMAX had back in its prime, that's basically what this gun is like. Now, it doesn't feel like the AMAX, but the skill gap is going to be quite similar to it, especially to that EM2 as well. So the damage is going to be up there, the range is going to be up there. It does slack in that mobility department, so I wouldn't, recommend this gun as a sniper support weapon, but having it as a primary and then having a nice sub build, I think right now the meta is going to be the Bullfrog and the Mac 10, which we'll get to in the future video. You'll be good in that department. The control itself, and again, these are the stats I have for the current attachments I have. If you just pick it up, it's going to look and feel a lot different. The gameplay from yours to mine is going to be comparable. And you're gonna be looking at it like, wait, why does my gun look like that? So I highly recommend leveling this gun in Plunder. You guys know you can do supply run and stuff like that, or just go ahead and kill a bunch of people. But again, these are attachments I have. The stats are looking pretty up there. I think it's gonna be one of the top 3 weapons in the current game of it being the meta. I'm not too sure. I think the EM2, if you get that recoil pattern, is gonna be up there. But right now, I do consider this one of the top 3 weapons. So controlling the vertical recoil isn't too hard. That's just holding your right analog stick down. But the second thing is gonna be the horizontal. That's gonna be kicking a lot to the left and a lot to the right. And unless you know the pattern pretty much by heart, you're not gonna be able to have that muscle memory down, especially when you start playing. And so what a lot of players do is they'll look left and right, and at this distance with a little bit of a vertical recoil control, it's kind of looking like this. And if you notice, it's going to dash to the left, dash to the right, dash to the left, dash to the right as it kicks up. Now with that, you're not going to be able to get that pinpoint accuracy. Now if I scroll over here a little bit, and instead of now looking left and right, I start strafing left and right, and this is just with, again, looking down a little bit and strafing instead of looking. Here's how this looks. You'll notice the pattern is going to be a lot different compared on the right, which is strafing, and then on the left right here, which is going to be looking left and right. So I highly recommend when you're controlling this gun going left and right with strafing instead of looking left and right. On top of that, if that is still too much for you guys, I'll have a sub build for you guys, and this gun's gonna pretty much wreck at close distance as well. We'll look at the stats when that comes out. But again, if you're using it as an AR, use the attachments and make sure you're strafing left and right instead of looking left and right. All right, team's gonna land that. It wouldn't be too bad for them to go there, but instead we're gonna go ahead and head towards headquarters with Benny. Gonna work this orange peak right now. I'm gonna try to work roof if I see any guns. Benny's gonna be the first one there. Uncontested, it looks like. And have a sniper there. Don't want to land on that. The Craig's gonna be a little bit of a better and stable gun to work with. Gonna get that knock. You're gonna get the full kill right away. Player's gonna be also leveled with us. Inside lighthouse. See if he peeks out. 3, 2, 1. Not peeking out. Good cash pile there as well. Wish we could grab that. Not gonna be the case though. Teammates doing the left-hand side. Benny's got 2K. We got 1K, 3K, 3.2, 2, 3, 6.4. We're looking for about 1 or 2 more cash piles to get to that 7,500. That's gonna be a good build on that. Gonna go ahead and grab that as fast as possible. Run by that. Benny's gonna take some damage inside prison block. Gonna go to try to save him or at least recover some of his money. We go for a drop shot. Immediately looking for the response. Nothing right now. Most players will go for the self-revive off rip just to try to get it off quickly.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Yeah, I don't like this play, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Gonna have this in hand. Gonna pop the daddy. Eyes on the player behind him. I'm gonna have my teammates start that res and then eventually go back for him.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Is he not gonna self-revive?
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the
There we go,
skies.
Papa. There we go. There we go. It's a bit harder to go for the res the whole time. So most players will start that res and I can finish it for him. Might be a little bit trickier to get player behind us. Gonna get that knock. Gonna push through.
Never mind.
Player on the roof might be able to get that kill quickly. It looks like he's holding the heady. Player's gonna be going down low. Gonna still have the MP5 in hand for that close range gunfight. Make sure we have that out, especially when we're playing inside prison block. Gonna ask for money from my teammates. Can get that. Then looking for money for my last teammate.
Enemy soldier incoming. Stay sharp out there.
Nice. Should have enough to get our loadout 4 with 27 players remaining.
Objective located.
I'll throw that inside. Now we have an MP5 and I don't know what kind this is. I think this is the FAR or the Krig. I think it's Krig. To work with. We're gonna use the MP5 as our secondary while we grab tempered on our first loadout. The secondaries right now are kind of all up in the air. There is no secondary meta just yet, at least that I've noticed. So we're gonna go ahead and get away with the MP5, especially with the ammo. Gonna have a player jumping on the right hand side. Gonna try to loot this scabby pack.
Contract updated.
Do I see him?
Objective identified.
The heartbeat sensor, 32 meters. Seems like he's over this ridge. There he is. Get the full kill. Oh, didn't get the full kill. There, full kill's gonna happen right now. Gonna rotate inside. Seems like a player's a little bit closer. Gonna throw heartbeat up. 26 meters. Gonna have him leveled with me.
Enemy soldier incoming.
He's gonna push up top and then cut to the right. Player deeper. Not a fight I want to take. Instead, I'm gonna use the rooms. Try to slide past him. Disengage completely and then use the right hand advantage right here.
Drop inbound.
Another player underneath me. And close those doors. Try to bait that out. And then again, go for the right hand side advantage. See if they peek that. One thing downside about this weapon is going to be the reload time. And it's something I think players are going to find frustrated. Alongside that, what players are not going to like is going to be the recoil. The recoil is very difficult to control on this.
Enemy UAV overhead.
So the newer players are players who are, you know, most likely if you cater toward the Krig or even the Kilo back when that was in its prime.
Hostile target.
Not gonna like this weapon. Thought I heard player on. Yep, it's gonna be player on grass. Up close, it does really good. Might have to get a sub build for it soon. Gonna have a player just outside the tunnel. Gonna go and push up with the weapon right now. Instead of going for the kill, we want to get into cover immediately. Jump out. We don't want to go for a slow peek. Gonna get that full kill. Player behind us at the shack. Let's see if that player responds anytime soon. So that reload time, it's closing in on 3 seconds. There's a player that we're looking for. Gonna get that knock. Gonna go ahead and push up with it. 7 kills for our name. This should be our 8th kill. Gotta watch out for that sniper though. Got a player floating in to the right. Another player seems to be top prison block. Don't want to work on that too much.
It's up to you now.
All our teammates are gonna die. So we play this a little bit slower. Take side the building. 12 meters should be on the roof. Now, inside prison block is a little bit harder to work because of the amount of floors that you have to pay attention to. So my goal, get a little reload in time now that we still have it, is to watch down this alleyway and wait till our teams get up. Gonna switch to the MP5 again for that close quarter fights, just in case we run into any. 4 meters is gonna be on the roof. You hear him slide cancel. The player underneath us. A lot of loot here, so I guess the fighting went down here. No, gonna get that knock. Gonna get the full kill before my teammate does. ISO, not gonna be the favorable gun to grab. Satchel's gonna be good to go. Gonna ping this. 41 meters, that's gonna be directly across. Teammate's going to go down. See, this player responds just like I wanted him to. Teammate's going in for the punch. Don't want him to die. Gonna get the full kill for him. Player ghosted. Player down to our right. Could be down this alleyway. Might have eyes on him in just a second. We slide down, cancel this. Nope, not gonna see him. Gonna have a cluster though to work. We can throw that down there as we work towards a buy station for a UAV, possibly too. We're putting ourselves in positions where we could use the AR close range, but it's gonna be at distance. Because a gun up close, if you don't have the proper build for it, like I don't right now, it's not gonna help too much. Gonna take some damage off that. That's gonna hurt. We're gonna work on these players on the outskirts. Should be rotated inside. That's not a fight I want to take. Seems like they're underground. These players, if they are going to come back up, they should be popping up. Seems like they're going to be going outside. Wow, so he heard me and expected that play. Kind of a random spot to do. He has a GI mini and they're both kind of catering to it. 10 kills though isn't a bad game as long as we can recover and get our loadout. 15 seconds left on the timer. Those players are going to be rotating from second story prison block. Looks like they're going to need help from another team, not ours. See if we can get back our old loot. We have an AUG. Not hard to work with. He's going to give up. Another player down low. Gotta be careful for that. The gun is all we need to grab. We have the heartbeat as well when it closes these doors. 34 meters. Seems like he's still working downstairs. Gonna play the slow game. I don't mind that because he's the last player remaining. So having him come back to life and having his teammates come back to life by him saving up is gonna be favorable. Let's go ahead and complete this. Maybe get some money. It's gonna be a UAV we're so desperately need. Gonna have a player out on the grass. Gonna jump up with the GRAV. Not gonna have eyes on him. He's gonna start working the stairs. No response. Work up top. Seems like he's going opposite side. Good hold on his part.
Gas is closing in. Be advised. Track line enemy team. Stay sharp.
This player's gonna go up top.
Objective is to eliminate the bounty target.
Now, not a fight that I like to take, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back up to the building that I know is gonna be a little bit more secure and start looking at these AR fights. We can start showcasing it at range. 23, you're gonna take that time to reload. Hopefully, again, this is a bug and not actual. We have eyes on a couple players down there. We got rebirth closing in about 30 seconds. Don't have any perks to work with. There we go. I'm gonna go for the mount kill. Gonna try to track him through the wall. Not gonna have eyes on him. Gonna have a player down low. Gonna switch to the Mac 10 and get aggressive on this. We can start working for that AR ammo. Benny's gonna take a fight down low.
Target is down. Well done.
On my ass, all teams.
Gonna get that kill. Gonna start working toward the edge, finding our way out of this building. We notice we should be having the high ground with a lot of players down low. Benny's gonna go for a snipe in the building. Want to take note at where your teammates are shooting, because that can reveal location, especially if you're not talking to them. Gonna pop this. We disengage a little bit. 2 teams remaining. 11 players up. Want to kind of push towards this now. I was gonna assume no one had ghosts, but I hear them now that they do. Instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work towards the players that aren't ghosted. Get them out the game first. Get the bunny hops on that. We should have the players that are ghosted should be working on behind us. A little bit of a bunny hop action, close to a gunfight. So you notice it's pretty dominant at range, or up close as it is at range. I would actually say up close a little bit more than at range. Benny's gonna throw some live marks on that. We're looking for a 4v4 situation. Gonna have eyes on one player up top. Gonna have enough to break his armor. Whoa! Oh, damn it. Unfortunate. See how my teammates close it out. Barrock's gonna have enough to get me up if there's a buy station near him. I'm not too sure where he's gonna be located. There's a buy station here. Player's gonna jump on the left. Yep, that's gonna be 1 res. That's gonna be 2 res. Good team. Gonna go ahead and grab the high ground on this. Now I'm in a position where they should be expecting me, right?
Secure that position.
Gonna wait because they have that little bit of a spawn protection. Gonna jump on the outskirts. Gonna have another pretty down low. Benny's gonna get shot in the back. Gonna break armor. Not enough to put him down. Probably gonna get chased. Player up top. Gonna back up. Disengage. Playing the bait and switch game. Although I'm the one baited. That should be a quick kill for our teammate Barlock. And that's gonna be it. Close game. 15 kills for Renee. Not too bad. Not too bad. Now a little, I guess, recap on the gun. You guys saw very dominant at close range. I think more dominant than I was and more promising than I was at, more promising close range than it was at range. At range is struggling because the recoil pattern to it, and then the reload time isn't favorable as well. So when you have that combo of the gun having a crazy kick to it, if you're not landing 100% of your shots and you have to throw a reloaded and getting for the second gun or the second clip in, it's gonna take too long. And if you have a gun at range, it's more or less likely that person to get covered. So having this gun built maybe close range might be a little bit better. It does have that damage, but again, that combo of it having the recoil and it also having a slow reload time doesn't pair up well together. So maybe a sub build will be a little bit better. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the live commentary, enjoy the rest of your night, guys, and peace out.